I'd like to welcome everybody to the Delaware County Redevelopment Commission meeting. It is October 6, 2022. It's 9 a.m. If everybody can stand for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Brad, can you call the roll, please?
Yes, sir. Commissioner King?
Here.
Andy Moyer?
Here.
Bryce Mindy?
Here.
Karen Wiggers?
Here.
Eugene Whitehead?
Here.
John Adams? Here.
Next, we need the approval for the minutes for September 6th.
So moved.
Second. Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we'll go to the Delaware school request. We have Mr. Roach, the new superintendent for the town of Delaware. I discussed this with you guys last month about assisting them with like a drive going into the school and coming around to help out with the traffic that we're having on 6th Street and Walnut Street in the mornings in the afternoon. And Mr. Roach, would you like to say anything or?
Yes, first of all, thank you for considering this request. But if you look on page 4, it shows a layout of what we're trying to do. Historically, we have cars back, sometimes all the way back to State Road 67, both in the morning and the afternoon. We also have existing now, the cars north of the building at the bottom. Cars have to go in the same line as our buses. We separate them as they get there, but that's also a safety issue for us as well. So what we hope to do is purchase land from Sam Pierce, which is the bottom of the page, and create that lane that goes down the parking lot. And then we're also adding 30 feet of the new area to the top of the page to give some more 50 feet of staging area to get more cars off the road. So that's our intent. With this project, we're excited about the opportunity to get this done. It's been discussed at the school corporation level for a long time, and we're trying to finish up the land purchase and get this mobilized as quickly as we can, trying to get in front of the winter.
I just want to say that the resolution prepared by the attorney is Resolution 2022-10 before you. This resolution, in conversations with Superintendent Roach, they would be covering all except $100,000 worth of the total cost of the road. There is sufficient funds in what is known as the Delaware Concentric TIF District to cover this expense.
I'll move to approve resolution 2022-010.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, we'll move to VS Engineering supplemental update on 23rd. Brad?
Yes, as we talked last month, the cost for the trail was really high, and I had met with them to talk to them about eliminating a portion east of Garkey Street. They revised their estimate in their budget. It reduced the professional services for the easement preparation to $8,500, and then brought the total cost of the trail down to $1,268,000 is the estimate, the engineer's estimate. So it got us back in line with what we were hoping to be. So with your approval, we'll get this supplemental moving. We'll get them moving forward on the easement preparations.
What the commission want to do?
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? Next, we'll go to the Industrial Center and Delaware TIF expansion.
Yes, you have a lot of documents in front of you concerning the expansion of the Industrial Center TIF and the Daleville TIF. Both of these are expanding along State Road 67, one going east, one going west, so that they meet up at County Road 600 West. Delville will be on the west side of the road, Industrial Center would be on the east side of the road. We've added a number of parcels that are zoned for either limited business or industrial along both of the avenues, but mostly it goes along the road. The process, according to the statute, is you have the initial declaratory resolution, which is the first one, which would then require Brad to do the report, which I've given you a draft copy of, do the mapping, do the parcel index, which you have part of that already, and then also put together the plan, which you've got a draft of that, and Brad has reviewed. The one thing is I've also reached out to Marta about the Plan Commission's comments. She's had some comments. We need to accept out a couple different parcels of parcels. That's not easy to say, let me tell you. Because there's a couple parcels along State Road 60, or along Fusion Road actually, Old 67, that have both R5 and limited business in them. And so I need to accept out the part of the parcel that is R5. We don't want to put residential in the TIF district at all. So those two parcels, at least they're on Fusion Road, need to be accepted out. And you can accept out different items. Martin reminded me that there was some objection when Canpack came in from the Southwind Village and Breezewood residents to changing that to light industrial. And so we want to be sensitive to that and make sure that we get those accepted out. So you have a lot of documents. You don't have to consider all of them today, but I wanted to give you some time to get started on reading those. The first one is the declaratory resolution that basically says, hey, we think this is a decent idea, go ahead and explore it. And so that's the first one that will happen today, if you so inclined. It doesn't bind you to anything. It just says, hey, let's explore this. Let's put this together. But I've given you some time so that you can read all this and consider it, because it is a lot of paperwork. Even for a lawyer, that's a lot of paperwork.
So there's multiple steps that the Redevelopment Commission has to take in order to expand the TIF district. We've talked about this in the past. You know all the work that I have to undertake. The declaratory resolution for the industrial center expansion that is on before you today is resolution number 2022-11, and then the Delville TIF expansion is resolution 2022-13. So I'm trying to keep the numbers together so that for the industrial center, the resolution 12 would be the final resolution that would be on the future agenda. And then 14 would also be on the future agenda. So if you're so inclined, resolution 2022-11, 2022-13, we get this work underway for both expansions.
I move to approve both resolutions.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Next, we'll move to the Northwest YMCA request for appraisals and engineering.
Yes, thank you. Switching gears here, give me 1 second. Okay, so I included in your packet there was actually 2 proposals from Structure Point regarding the Northwest YMCA, which we had discussed at last month's meeting. The one that I recommend today is the property condition assessment report, which is $4,300. I would also recommend you, if you'd like us to undertake this project, to approve me to secure 2 appraisals to move forward with the project. So with your approval, I'll start working on that, try to get those done as quickly as I can. Not sure if we'll get them done before the November meeting, but we'll do everything we can to have the appraisers on it right away. But I would recommend the Structure Point facility condition assessment of $4,300 and to approve me to secure 2 appraisers.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we'll move to the invoices. Anybody have any questions over the invoices?
Move to approve all invoices.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll move down to the bond and BOT invoices. We only have one.
Explain those.
Yes,
Two
those are
little
fees
bills.
that Old National Bank charges annually for servicing the bonds. So it's a bond fee charge.
Do the rest of the banks or institutions do the same thing?
Some it's built into the cost and some it's billed separately. So yes, this is, it is a bank service charge.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Do we have anybody here from the public? Any comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned.